everyone, and welcome to For the Record on Evolution 1079. I'm Ria Renouf, and today I have an exciting guest joining me, Miss BC 2013-2014, Ava Vanderstarren. Hi, Ava.
Hello.
How
Thanks
are...
for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being on our show today. So,
hmm
my first question for you is, you've had a whirlwind year as Miss BC, and I know it's coming to a close.
hmm
How many days do you have left?
well, I have just under 3 months left. I'm not
Oh,
counting down the days quite yet,
oh.
but yeah, it has been a great year. We've been doing lots, so it's good.
What are some of the highlights for you?
Well, the biggest thing I think that I've done this year is starting up a nonprofit foundation with my partner. So him and I have started up Innocence Lost Foundation. So we've really been working towards getting that going, the startup process, and then now getting into what we want to do for our first project and looking at how that's going to happen. What the foundation is we want to help child soldiers overseas in Africa by building rehabilitation centers and community centers to have access to programs and education and just resources and all those kinds of great things. So that's what we're working on. And then throughout the year, we had lots of other highlights. We had many community events. We had some parades. We had fundraisers. Tons of things. So we've got a lot there.
Now, how has holding the Miss BC title helped you with your charity work and the way you experience your everyday life?
Well, I think having the title, there are a lot of opportunities that come up. We, as an organization, they're approached, and people who want to do fundraisers or have community events go to the Miss BC organizers. So there's some events that, we just get told about and we can go to instead of, searching them all out. They do come to us as well. So that brings more opportunities, and just it kind of brings more attention to certain things that you're doing, so you have more of an opportunity to work on many different things.
Would you recommend the pageant to girls who may be thinking about participating in any kind of
Yes,
pageant?
definitely. I definitely would. For sure the Miss BC pageant, because I think, well, in general, I don't know too much about all of the different pageants out there, but I know that Miss BC is a very good one to do because it's a community-based pageant, and it's more about personality and who you are and your charity causes and your volunteering. And it's not a beauty pageant in the sense like there's no swimsuit section of it. There's you don't have to do a talent portion. The talent was optional as a fundraiser night that we did for Cops for Cancer. And it's an amazing weekend where you get together with all these other like-minded women and you're doing workshops. So it's a really good self-esteem building weekend and just a great opportunity. So coming to the weekend and doing it in itself is just an amazing experience.
Now, I know after you won Miss BC, you also took part in Miss Canada. So what are some of the
hmm
lessons you brought back from that to BC?
Well, I was really lucky to have the opportunity to go and do Miss Canada. It's a separate pageant, and I applied to go and do it, and it was in Montreal. So I had the opportunity to go out there and travel to Montreal and participate in their program, and we had like a really fun weekend as well with a bunch of women from across the country. So so that was a great experience, and sorry, what was your question again?
Oh, just was there anything that you took back from participating in Miss Canada,
hmm
like as for your reign as Miss BC? Like, is there anything that was
Yeah,
sort of different, or?
I think the relationships again that I met, like the girls who I met, were really great. So I made some relationships with women there who I know I'll be working together with in the future. So that was like a really good experience. And then just having a different experience in a different province in a different language, like it was very French based as well too because it was in Montreal. So having all of that was a good thing.
Did they make you speak any French while you were there?
They don't force you to. You're allowed to choose if you want to do your interviews in English or French. But there's a lot of girls there who were from the province of Quebec, so there were girls whose first languages were French. So when we were interacting during the program and the activities and stuff, there's more French around, right? So you're talking with girls, and I'm trying to learn more French. So I was building on my French. So yeah, it was a fun experience for sure.
I know it's 3 months away, but I'm sure you've thought about it. What advice would you pass on to the next group of Miss BC candidates?
hmm I would say just have fun. I would have like a ton of fun on that weekend when you're there, and just enjoy every moment and be yourself for sure. Now that's kind of cliche, but it's really true. You just need to be yourself and go and do the programs and have fun and have a cause that you really believe in, that you want to fight towards and work on. And yeah, just come with an open mind and be prepared for an amazing weekend.
And moving forward, like looking ahead maybe to the next year, what are your
hmm
plans, like aside from perhaps developing Innocence Lost? What other plans do you have
hmm
for yourself?
Well, it doesn't really stop here. Like when I fasten the crown and everything, it doesn't mean that I'm not Miss BC anymore. You know, I still was Miss BC and Miss BC, but I will continue to go and do charity fundraisers, anything that I get asked to go do. For myself in my personal life, continuing to work on my career and yeah, working on the foundation. We'd like to get our first project going and lots of fundraising for that. And I continue to volunteer in the downtown east side. So there's a little bit of all of those things together. It'll just continue to keep going.
You'll continue to be a very, very busy contributing member to our society, which is excellent. Well, Ava, thank
Mhm.
you so much for being on the show. Again, everybody, this is For the Record on Evolution 1079. I'm Ria Renouf, and thanks for listening.